Hi, this is Lisa from America's Test Kitchen Gearheads, and I'm here to answer some of your questions that you left on our video about fruit gadgets. First of all, some of you got really deep and philosophical about the avocado and tomato fruit or vegetable question. We loved those comments. Thank you so much. So one person asked, would you ever cover the correct way to wash fruits and vegetables? Should I bother with vinegar, salt, and or vegetable fruit sprays? We actually did some testing related to this several years ago. There is a piece on our website, and we still believe in this technique. You don't really need dedicated fruit and vegetable washes, but you can make an equally effective solution with just white distilled vinegar and water. You fill a spray bottle with 3 parts water, 1 part vinegar, and you can spray it and then rinse it with tap water, and that does the trick. Or if you want to do it in a bowl, you can get a big bowl and fill it with the same proportions, 3 parts water, 1 part vinegar, submerge everything, spoosh it around a little bit, rinse it off. That's also really good for things like when you're cutting melon or avocado or anything where you're going to be pushing stuff from the rind through the fruit that you're going to eat. You don't need anything fancy, and really just good water, scrubbing, rinsing is the best. Someone asked, where can the average person buy the perfect avocados? It really depends on where you live and what you've got in your stores, but if you can buy some nice looking intact ones, even if they're kind of firm, if you put them in a brown paper bag for a couple days, feel them every single day, when they start to give a little, they'll be ripe. If they ripe and you have too many of them ripe at once, we found you can put them in the fridge and that will keep them for a few more days. They won't keep going until they're all brown. So those are some things we've learned, and it definitely helps you get the avocado to the right texture that you want and then hold it there a little bit longer than just having it out on the counter. Will we review kitchen composters? If you by that you mean compost buckets, we just reviewed them. We have a new winner. They're awesome. I love it. For when you're cooking and you got scraps and things, you want to put those in compost. It's a nice little countertop bin that you can lift with one hand and drop in. It's by OXO, and check out the full review. We have lots of ones that we covered, and we did tons of testing. As far as like the ones that are outside that compost material, we have not reviewed those. They're bigger, they're more expensive. We were just like, we're going to do the indoor part. A lot of places have municipal compost pickup now, so that's the way we went. But we're not ruling it out. It may happen in the future, just we have not done that yet. Is there a cherry pitter you'd recommend? Yeah, we didn't talk about our cherry pitter. It's great. We did a whole bunch of testing. We did many, many models. We pitted a ton of cherries. Some of them, it looked like Jackson Pollock had been through. It was a mess. The winner we like is by Lifeheight. It's Leifheit, and it can do a bunch of cherries at the same time. It was very fast, it was efficient, and it didn't waste too much fruit, and it kept all the pits in one place. So if you're going to be doing a lot of fresh cherries, doing cherry pies or whatever, preserves, that's the way to go. The ones that do one at a time, you'll drive yourself crazy, so yeah. Would any of the tools that we talked about here make it into our capsule kitchen? Some of these are unitaskers, as some people pointed out, and they mentioned Alton Brown and known unitaskers. The reason that we like those tools is that, in fact, they're kind of better than some of, at those specific tasks. They're a little bit better and quicker and more efficient, a little safer in the case of the strawberry heller than using a knife or something you already have. We're not big fans of unitaskers either, unless they actually make a difference in terms of the speed, the efficiency, the comfort of doing a specific task. And in that case, these are the ones we recommend. Would they make it into a capsule kitchen? Probably not in sort of a generic capsule kitchen of things you absolutely have to have. Yes, you can do a lot of those things with knives and things, but if you do a lot of apples, the apple tools are useful. If you do strawberries, tomatoes, whatever, as someone pointed out, if you're facing 2 bushels of tomatoes, that little tomato corer is your best friend, and it's less than $5, so why not? Treat yourself. That's it for this time. We'll see you next time on Gearheads.